Countless stories from people suffering from gang violence go untold, but behind every fatal shooting are the loved ones left behind to pick up the pieces. YMCA outreach worker Mike Almore lost his brother to gang violence, and he's bringing that story to the forefront to help keep kids off the street. He's one of Chicago's very own.
I'm not saying he's my father, but I look at him like that, and whatever I do, I mean, he supports me regardless.
Mike Almore is the only father figure Jaime DeLuna has ever known. Almore is affectionately known as Big Mike at the YMCA's Youth Safety and Violence Prevention Program. The full-time outreach worker has helped DeLuna and countless others escape gang violence.
I deal with kids that are in gangs, from several different gangs, from several different communities, and this is a haven, a safe haven for them, where they can come in and they drop their flags. They're just kids here.
I didn't want to come in the beginning, to be honest. I thought, I don't know, this program wasn't for me, you know? But then Big Mike, he just kept pushing and pushing until I finally joined. I'm glad I did.
Almore's story is one of struggle and redemption. Growing up in Pilsen, he and his younger brother, Kaid, were well-known gang members, but it was Kaid who became notorious on the streets.
He'd go out and maliciously shoot people. I kind of tell people all the time that I think my brother was a bit of a sociopath because he did it with the grin. He would tell people, yell out his name as he shot at you. He was very much into the gang life.
Gang violence eventually killed Kaid, and while it didn't come as a shock to Almore, it was a tragedy nonetheless.
The phone went to voicemail. It was my older brother, Dino, and I could hear him on the phone. He's like, "Hey, Mike, when you get this phone call me immediately or come to the house right away." So I got my head. I was like, "Oh, it's about Kaid, man. I know it's about Kaid." My girlfriend at the time was urging me to get up and call the house. But I had this sense of dread already, you know. I was, excuse me. I had this sense of dread already. I already knew what it was. That's where my brother got killed. He was found in between two cars by himself, right on the curb.
Kaid had been fatally shot one time in the heart. Happened more than 10 years ago, but the memory of his brother's violent death is still fresh in his mind.
I don't consider myself a very spiritual man, but I do believe in the spirit. I kind of want to think that my brother's in a better place because he was suffering. He was due to his lifestyle.
It was that experience that pushed Almore to change his own life. He quit the gang and vowed to help put a stop to youth violence, all in Kaid's memory. And he uses that very story as a teaching tool.
He didn't die in vain. That I'm taking his story and his life and putting it to a positive. Are you going to stay in state for college or no?
It's Almore's positive and tough love approach with at-risk youth that has made him one of the most influential mentors in the anti-violence program and a lifesaver for kids looking for a roadmap to a safe haven.
I haven't seen my father in 7 years, and I always wanted to have that man-to-man talk. And the only one I can relate that to is to Mike, because I can go to him and talk whenever I need something.
He's someone that, because of his past, because of his experiences that he had growing up, and because how he sees the world and his resiliency, kids gravitate more to someone like him.
I could hear the guns and feel the bullets glazing past me, and the second bullet, I'm telling you, it passed my eye and hit off this pole and went the other way. It's not easy for me to keep reliving my life. It's like Groundhog's Day, just living a nightmare over and over. But if I can have some of these kids not wake up with some of the regrets I do, or lay in bed with some of the regrets I have, or some of the thoughts I have, or whatever it is, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to do just that.
Mike Almore, he's one of Chicago's very own. If you'd like more information on the Youth Safety and Violence Prevention Program, go to our website, wgn-tv.com/CVO.